I've been journaling every day since 2024, and here's what I've learned. This thing here bought for like $5 or $7. Why? Like, what's the catch with this? It might sound funny, but it's pretty basic, and the biggest reasoning is that it is kind of more of like a more sensible thing to do, because all the famous people, all the renowned people in the history and present times always write things out. And it doesn't matter like what do you write, it does, but like the idea of dumping things from your brain into a piece of paper really eliminates the situation and creates an scenario for you to think more and more differently and learn and talk with you and yourself and your emotions. Because one day, like, I came up with this sort of code or sort of explanation video that tells us is that when you write out your thoughts from your brain into a piece of paper, it helps you stop overthinking. And that's something what I do, is that I just scribble, I just write every single thing out by the end of the day and put it as a memory, because it's not only for memory or some sort of productivity. We're not putting productivity here. It's just that 10 years down the road, I can see like how better I have grown in time and what have I really done in life. If I label this as like 2024 or 2025, I'll have all my life documented. And it's not something like, oh, you're gonna waste a lot of time writing this. It's only 5 minutes a day, and you spend 5 minutes scrolling a day. And I think that coming up with this idea, or coming up with this habit, obviously, will somehow benefit me in being more obedient to my plans and being more steadfast and focused on my goals, and having something that you need consistency to maintain that. And this is what this whole diary writing is teaching me. So yeah, what really like goes in the journal, to be honest, it's gonna like kind of turn you guys down, but since I'm a very new journal writer, I just write what happened in my days, like in what happened in my specific day, like how I feel, what someone did to me, and what did I do to someone, and like what did I plan and what did I execute. The idea dumping is generally done on more of like A4 papers or poster papers, etc. So sometimes this can also have facts and promises, frustrations and goal settings and reflections, sadness, happiness, a lot of things. It's kind of like my personal diary, to be honest. Okay, so the question is, when do I write the journal? To be honest, sometimes I miss a day or two. I usually write the journal at the end of the day, in the night, or at the starting of the day. Sometimes when I miss it, I just write it on the next day, basically. Okay, so the biggest question is, how did it really help me? First of all, it's helped me stop overthinking in a way that like you don't need to jumble and junk your brain with unnecessary thinking. Rather, you can just write them out, keep them where it is, it's written, do not bother with it, literally. Second biggest factor why I chose this is that I love memories, and I love to preserve memories and document life, take as many pictures as I want. And it's just that a visual representation, how your life will go like this or this, and how you have felt in the young days and how you feel now, how you've developed and how you have developed how you think, and how you have developed your feelings, and have developed how you tackle situations, how you have developed your family and personal life, and how everything around you really revolved in time. And this can be a very great tool in the end of the years. Like, it's compounding in a sense that it will be a guide to the next generations. Even I believe it has a lot of potential, not only preserving memories, but also helping people craft their mind and be somewhat spiritually focused to growth. Thirdly, it just gives me a little bit of sense of reliability, in the sense that, as I mentioned earlier, is that I can be more like habituated to a certain habit, because it still takes a lot of effort. Fourthly, I can see, like, when writing what have happened, I can see the lateral distinction between feelings and logic. Like, it helps me understand better. Maybe not now, but if you read later, it's gonna help you portray what happened and how you should have really thought. So this whole thing is actually somewhat how your personality builds up. Is just that you documenting every step of your life and then reading back it and then feeling melancholy and happy that you wrote it, and also seeing the growth and also seeing what happened wrong and what happened right, and seeing how you distinct and differ will help you think in a different way. I believe that will create a lot of difference in your personal life. Lastly, it just gives me a good, pleasant and melancholy feeling that, oh, I'm doing something and I'm writing a diary. It's somewhat kind of old-fashioned, but like whenever I want to refer back to a day, I can just turn the page out to the date and read what have happened. And I think that memories matter a lot in your old life. And that's basically it. Just not so sci-fi reason of why I write this journal. Very basic reasons, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Bye bye.